Hello everyone and welcome. Before we start our cast of Pathfinder 2 on patch 1.0.9 version 2, I would like to announce that we got at last quick match league system, which is just a quick match. What is quick match, you would say? Well, every player got themselves a couple of points and they may go up and down. The most important thing that you are all playing on no neutral but random maps, so no Forza Horizon. Not Forza Horizon all the time. You're based on your elo points, as you can see on the screen. I was about to play with Clever, and so we played. I lost this one, by the way. And that's it. How you join and how you play your games. There are all sorts of people, all sorts of elo points, all sorts of players. So there's not like only pro players sign in. Everyone can sign in and play on the respective levels. And this is the best thing that may happen. How to sign in and why should you sign in? Because you may understand maps a little bit better. Even I don't know all the maps that are in the league, and there are around 40 maps in the league. 40 maps in the league that I don't even understand and remember. And today in today's cast also we'll see such a map because it got reforged, let's say. So how to join into the league? In order to join into the league, you get to click on your Discord, on this Discord that is displayed here, go to the platform for league, and you can just type register. So you can register into the league database, and then if you're willing to play with random people like it should be and was in the back of the EA server, you just press Q1v1. For now it's only 1v1 because we are looking for players. And then you are able to play. You will get the map, you will get the player around your the same elo points, and you are able to play. After you play the game, you just report the game and bow. You will get more points or less points. Definitely decide if you win or lose. And it's definitely easy. You don't need even to log into the game ranger. You are playing by game ranger, by the way, but you don't need to log into the game ranger when you are searching for the game. Every link will be in the description. Have fun, get some elo points, and of course get better. Now into the video. It's 1.09 version 2 on HD edition. Our players are going to be as Dwarf is going to be JohannTill, and his opponent is going to be Mordor player Salesman. So you will say, Fangorn, well, I know this map. I don't think so, because in the old 1.06, for example, other patches, there was an outpost and the goblin lair, not the troller and the inn. And there were no worklers. Now there are worklers over there. Completely different map. Also, there were two paths, right? On the left side and on the right side, on the top and the bottom, on the bottom and the top side. And now you get also the path through the middle. You can attack through the middle as well, so this is important in 2.0 and 1.09 version 2 that you are familiar with the maps. This is why a league was created. There are tons of maps over there, definitely check it out, play with your friends, play with other people. More players the better, more players faster you will get the game, you will faster find the player with your elo points, with the same elo points as you, with the same ratings as you, and you'll be able to play. Get higher, get lower, depends on your skill level. Let's get back into the replay. As we can see, JohannTill decided to go for pikes. He would like to creep as fast as possible after 3 tunnels. And his opponent going for orc pit, double orc pit after double slaughterhouse. First slaughterhouse over there, so he'll check on the opponent. And there is also the path over there. Before there was no path over there. You can now go through that. Definitely check out the maps of 1.09 because you never know what may happen. Pikes first on the battlefield, and what kind of power points they choose. There is a running call on JohannTill's side, and he would like to creep as much as possible, as fast as possible also, and he's doing it. While his opponent's going with orcs towards his mineshafts. And most likely he's going to wreak havoc or just destroy one, deal damage to one. In the meantime, JohannTill decided to creep without running call. But he will be able to take down the troll, really good. In the meantime, his mineshaft is in danger. And another battalion of orcs just came in. I don't know why those two battalions of orcs are not coming out at the same site, because that's really fast when he realized that there is such a path. But okay. First battalion of guardians on the site for the dwarven player, second in production. In the meantime, creep will be taken, level 2 will be gathered, 400 resources also, so that's pretty decent. Let's see on the other side, we got archers on the battlefield, so there we go. Mordor is already preparing for some counterattacks, and more orcs. This is good spam, I like to see it. Although this mineshaft is still alive, you should definitely take care of it. Let's take a look at the amount of command points. 500 command points at the moment to be filled by Salesman, our Mordor player, while Dwarf got 350, almost 500, but this much of, I guess, it's going to be taken down. Nice micro on the side of Mordor at this point of the game. There are not lots of units yet on the battlefield, but decent micro. And been taken by the dwarven player at the moment, and he's definitely moving forward. There is another warclub to be grabbed. More orcs. Let's see if there will be some kind of transition. No, another orc pit. Really huge commitment on the side of Mordor in order to deal as much damage as possible. I don't like this. I got to be honest, I don't like this. You queuing units while you don't have resources to spend, to be honest. Oh, this mineshaft may go down. Let's see. Sound was definitely useful. And Mordor player already realized, okay, my opponent is going for infantry units, moving with an eye towards another mineshaft. Really good job. And this mineshaft may go down as well. There is also the main mineshaft, the first mineshaft that was created, as well as this one is the main mineshaft for our dwarven player. Really important two mineshafts. If you look in the map, we can see a little bit skirmish. Fist Spelling Call was used, but there are orc archers. Nice position with those orcs, although they could be in defensive stance, so they will tank the damage and not deal that much damage, but the archers are damage dealers. Eye of Sauron been moving, so this is really good on the side of Mordor. He's able to deal as much damage as possible. Not taking lots of damage, but this slaughterhouse was taking down the other one as well. There are some hobbits in order to deal damage as well. Let's check the amount of command points. There are only orcs on the side of Mordor, which is super weird in my opinion at this point of the game, although we just started. As we can see, the mineshaft has been taken down. That's why those orcs receive level 4 after dealing damage to the two mineshaft. This mineshaft could be taken down, really low on health. And decent micro, 2 orc archer battalion, level 1 on level 2, more orcs. I think that Salesman got problem with micro at the moment, but guardians are tanking the damage of archers at the moment with hold grand stance. That gives him a little bit more armor. On 1.0 on 1.09 there are lots of buffs. So you got to be really careful about everything. As you can see, if you got number around 70, your units gather damage and speed as well, which is called the horde bonus. Good against infantry if you got lots of numbers, and I think Mordor possesses decent amount of numbers to get the horde bonus, which he's supposed to possess. Another mineshaft went down, so orcs are doing decent job if you got them in the decent amount of numbers. I cannot say anything wrong with that. On the side we can see the amount of command points that both the players possess. 500 at the moment for the dwarven player, 7 power points, and 500 for the Mordor player. So he was stopped, I guess. He was stopped from making any more slaughterhouses. He's going for this Mumakil pit. This is unusual, but may work out actually. If your opponent doesn't have archers on the battlefield, only X-throwers, and if you got enough resources to buy yourself a Mumakil, this is a good choice. Definitely on such a map as Fangorn, it may be really good. We can see that the Eye of Sauron should be used more often, because its respawn is really the fastest respawn in the game. Those orc archers are out of position, but as we can see, we cannot blame really the Mordor player for missing some units. Rallying Call was used again on 1 battalion of guardians to defend against orcs. Those guardians are tanking the damage as well on hold grandstands. In the meantime, there is another battalion of guardians. Another power point is going to be purchased. It's going to be Tenderland, really good if you're in the aggressive possession. I know it gives you 50 or 35% of armor, but if you're in the attack position, if you're attacking your opponent, it's going to benefit you even more than if you are in the defensive mode. First Muma kill on the battlefield, and the horn of the Muma kill been used. And Dwarf also hear that for sure. Good charge attack was used over there. Let's check the power points. We got Man of Dale against the Muma kill. This is what I think Dwarf got in mind. 700 command points to be filled, 600 filled by the Dwarven player. So we got more command points and more command points filled and possessed than his Mordor counterpoint, which is really weird. It shouldn't happen. Let's see the Muma kill. And dealing some damage. It's going to be trample. After trample, receiving level 2. So charge attack is available and should be used. And here we go. Charge attack into the archers. So entire tier 2 power point, which is Man of Day, been just destroyed here by one Muma kill. And this is good thing for a Mordor player. So, but there is now counter attack with lots of axe throwers, with a couple of guardians. He's spamming lots of units. Defensive Thunderland been used. Also industry, 300% of resources that you may gather. So this is like free slaughterhouses right after bat. Nice job over here by Mordor player, but he got to defend this side of the map with the Muma kill. Muma kill could be definitely useful here. He could definitely trample all those units and receive level 5 for him. I don't know why he's not doing it yet. Creeps on the side as well. Creeps are fighting against Mineshaft, but Warcler is going to be taken down, and Mordor player is still trying to do something. Radical was used. The Muma kill pit been taken down, and Nazgul is on the field. Maybe there will be a debuff on level 2. Dread Visage definitely useful. Muma kill is coming back. 6 power points at the moment for the Mordor player, and rebuild, and 4 power points for the Dwarven one. We get Towers expansions, not really good choice, but nonetheless, Dread Visage is here available for the Mordor player, so he can debuff all those units at this point. And I think this barricade will be still alive. So this is nice, but he got to deal damage with the Muma kill. He got to go into the base of the opponent and deal damage towards the base of the opponent. He got lots of units. He's not doing anything with them. Now it's transition to the Haralding Palace, and this Muma kill is healing in the time, so he could definitely use it and move forward with that. Also, this army shouldn't stay here, and he got decent amount of units around the map, but he's not using them. 400 power points at the moment, 6 power points as well for the Dwarven player, so he is getting lower and lower. Used all his power points. We got 10 power points at the moment for Mordor player, but he's stuck in his base. I don't know why he got this Muma kill. Definitely useful. Good trample over here by the Nazgul against axe throwers without any chance, but orc archers should be definitely careful. They're on level 5, really important. I have someone was used, so Mordor is over here. He's looking on the side of the map. Is he going to move with archers? Doesn't seems like. Pikes on level 2, they are going to deal damage as well, definitely if those units are clapped over there. And Nazgul, another good trample onto the axe throwers, and we got Man of Dale on the battlefield, and a second button with pikes. It's anti-Muma kill specialty over there. And how about Mordor? Mordor is transitioning towards Corsairs. He still possessed this Muma kill level 5 for him. And look at the amount of power points, 15 power points at the moment for Mordor player. It calls for tier 4 power point, tier 3 power point, while we get 11, let's say 12 for the Dwarven player. Mordor is still trying to deal some damage with orcs, but he's not producing those orcs anymore. Also got Haralding Palace on level 2, another tavern, so the Corsairs are going to be cheaper and cheaper. As we can see, with 4 taverns it's going to be 20% cheaper units. It's a tavern bonus, really important one if you wish to spam Corsairs, and you can do it against Dwarf in this point of the game, so there is nothing that should stop Mordor from actually winning the game in my opinion, but we'll see what's going to happen. And here we go. Muma kill at work. Is there going to be a trample? There may be a charge attack and a trample by Nazgul. Dread Visage is here. Level 4, level 5. And let's see if he's going to trample both those battalions. He got problems with micro, it seems. He cannot do it. Oh, okay, he will eventually trample those units. So the Mumakil is going to be saved. And 1000 resources been just wasted by JohannTill over there. As we can see, deals a little bit of damage towards Mumakil that may heal itself. Now on level 5 it changed the skin also. On the side we can see that there is a pike button. I don't know why there is a Mouth Sauron, good dealer with a splash damage, but you need more and more units. Dwarf Empire with more and more axe throwers, more and more pikes on the battlefield. You got to have something against that. While I cannot see it, well, I can see the taverns, but I don't see anything else. Archers will be there. Haradim archers, strong against infantry and monsters, but we'll see infantry most of the time, as we can see on the dwarven side. Mumakil is returning. I don't know why he's not moving forward, not dealing damage. In the same time, Dwarf is still creeping, as we can see. Even the Troller was scrapped. He taken the inn into his possession. And Mordor is not moving out of on his base, which is super weird. At the beginning he was doing it constantly, and now he stopped. There is a rebuild, look at this. There is also dwarven reaches on the mineshaft that could be taken down twice. 100 resources for the level 3 mineshaft. It's really important now for the Mordor player, I guess, to take it down. Dwarf is doing decent job, not taking the tier 4 power point quickly. Really being careful with everything, not overcommitting to anything. And this unused Mumakil, I think it's going to be a thumbnail. It got to be. Not using the Mumakil on level 5 is a crime. Low on health Mouth Sauron, but he got himself Doubt and Evil Eye. So really good combo. Level 5 on the Nazgul. More and more archers without pikes as a support, so all those archers are going to be killed by the Nazgul, or rather supposed to be. Oh, Mouth Sauron, he shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there. He got to get away. Let's see the Mumakil. Oh, there are archers on the hill. He got to charge. He may be killed here, but he may also deal damage. You need to charge. Well done. But this Mumakil, in my opinion, could be done much better. Mouth of Sauron out of position, shouldn't be there. I think someone pressed O here to move all his heroes, which is not the greatest idea. Let's check the amount of command points and power points that we got. 19 power points for the Mordor player. How is going to use them? It seems that he's going straight for the Balrog. Mouth of Sauron, low in health. Never put heroes on the hold grandstands, because now your heroes are slower. Forced to create wall hub as well because of hobbits. And here we go, barrage being used by the dwarven player. And Mordor is trying to get himself forge blades from the tower on level 2, but it seems that he doesn't have resources or don't want to take them. Maybe he's thinking that Balrog will clear everything up and it's going to be enough. But I got to say it, at this point of the game it's not going to be enough. Another half warriors for the dwarven player, and this is nice. He's going with more and more units on the battlefield, not going straight for the tier 4 power point. He went for dwarven reaches, which I really like. Men of Dale against Mumakil, really decent. Also the rebuild. Nicely done, nicely done. I don't know why he got heal, because we cannot see any heroes. But he got lots of hobbits, they are dealing damage, being annoying, as we can see, even force the opponent to create a wall hub. And let's see if the builder is going to survive. No, he's been killed anyway. So Mordor is not paying attention. Another good rebuild over here. And as we can see, even without heroes, Dwarf is pushing his opponent back, which is super weird. He'll be almost supply block, but he's making more and more mine shafts on the battlefield, repairing those mine shafts that are hurt. Level 3 archer range, level 3 double barracks. This is nice. Nice to see also hobbits. They're dealing damage towards structures, annoy the opponent. And here we go. There is an attack on the side of the dwarf, and here is a Balrog. How this Balrog is going to be used? And now we got the answer. It's going to be defensive usage of the Balrog. So we only like to waste your time. Ignite is going to be used also. No one is going to attack this Balrog, so I don't know why the Ignite was used, but it's not me to judge. Now we get Hobbit Alliance. So as we can see, Dwarven player is not going straight for the tier 4 power points, which is an Earthquake or the Citadel. He's doing what may work at this point of the game, and it's working fantastically for him. Forcing his opponent to summon Balrog to just defend his own base, and not doing it successfully, to be honest, because destroying this army of the opponent doesn't actually buy him anything. Even his builder been killed here, so Mordor will be maybe not supply blocked, but he got lower and lower amount of command points, lower and lower amount of slaughterhouses, and that's not looking good for him. Balrog is running around, flying around actually, although you get to know that on in books, in Silmarillion and in Lord of the Rings, there was no saying that Balrog's got wings, but you know, in the movie Balrog got wings, so this is why he's flying in the games. Okay, tavern, the last remaining tavern may go down here, and there is nothing that Mordor can do, or is willing to do. It seems that he is investing his power points just forward and forward towards tier 4. He wasn't able to deal any kind of damage towards his opponent for like 10 minutes now, and I don't think so that he will be able to do it. There is no way to counterattack. I cannot see it with only 2 heroes, no army, to be honest. In this point of the game, it's called no army at all against the full stack actually Dwarven player. And we are playing on 2x command points actually, as we can see, because it's more than 1000 command points to be filled for the Mordor, for the Dwarven player at this point. Mordor player is still trying to survive. There is a rankle, and I think the archer, the Haradrim Palace, is going to go down. The Wright is trying to help to sustain it, but it's not enough. And more towers on the battlefield for the Mordor player. Doubt is going to be used, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It may debuff a bit, but it's not enough to kill the entire army. It's not killing the army. It's only lowering the. It's only lowering the speed and armor plus damage. So it's just debuff. The skill shot, you may say. But it's not enough to deal with Dwarf. He may kill army after army, but if he's not going to counterattack, it's not going to be enough. Look at this. He got lots of power points at this point. They got to be used. Maybe not on darkness because he doesn't have units, but maybe on something else like barricade, for example. And heal. He got 2 heroes. Definitely heal could be useful for Mouth of Sauron. That is also always low on health for some reason. And more units. More units for Dwarf. I don't know why Dwarven player is not going for the upgrade. He got Dwarven Riches, so he got the resources all the time to do it. So definitely make a Forge Works, go for upgrades if it's possible for you, and Dwarf got such a possibility. But he's not doing it for some reason. He's still pushing his opponent and doing decent amount of job. Also, with the Forge Works, you got the ability to create siege weapons and destroy the fortress. Oh, now there we go, Cloud Break. And another slaughterhouse maybe go down. Another slaughterhouse on level 3 that got industry on it. So that's a good pickup over here by the Dwarven player. And there is a barricade. 12 power points. It calls for a heal if you're going for another hero. I don't know why also players are going for more than one hero without Doomday Spear if they playing as a Mordor. Maybe they don't know that it's lower the amount of resources that you get to spend for 10% for the hero. Rebuild was used. Ooh, bad deployment. Mouth of Sauron got splash damage and they're in front of your mineshaft. So all those units just been killed. 5 battalions been killed by Mouth of Sauron, level 9 almost for him. Nice pickup over there. Guardians are still doing job nonetheless. Destroying slaughterhouse after slaughterhouse, creating more and more mineshafts in the base in face of your opponent. 300 command points at the moment for the Mordor player, and he got himself 20 power points at the moment. 20 power points, while the Dwarven player bought himself or get himself a cloud break. He doesn't care about the fortress. He doesn't care about Balrog being resummoned, because he knew that this Balrog, even if he's going to be summoned again, it's not possible to clear up all the production buildings that he possessed and everything else. More and more units, more and more guardians, more and more axe throwers, and it got to be level 10 for Mouth of Sauron. It's like a fiesta for Mouth of Sauron. He could definitely kill all of them. Oh, Worm is going to be summoned at this point. And we got some orcs on the battlefield. Taverns are going to be created. Another orc pit, another tavern. Is that a comeback? Is that a comeback to the game? Look at the amount of command points that Dwarf can fill in. And he's still spending and spending resources, and this is what I like to see. Spend all your resources all the time. Constant production. Don't let your resources get higher than 1k resources. Almost level 10 Mouth of Sauron. Most of the time you are not able to see this. And even Lonely Tower. Well, without Banner or Siege Cage gags to heal your units, but I will take it. Barrage at the moment. Oh, another barrage, killing one builder and red bar on the other one. But Mordor with those Nazgul and Mouth of Sauron still dealing damage, still trying to achieve something. Maybe he's waiting for another Balrog, but he knew that if he's going to be in defensive position for a rest of this game, it's not going to work out for him at all. All those slaughterhouses been slaughtered. Level 10 for the Mouth of Sauron, and you got the Zist here. No, the Zant. Almost misspelling. The butchered the name. The Zant. And those units are going now to fight against each other with the Zant. Okay, so now they're fighting against each other as well, but on the other side there are more and more units. There are more and more units. Barricade is available, it's going to be used, but it's not enough. Heal was used also, so this was wise. And maybe Doubt is going to be used, but it's not enough. There are too many units on the battlefield for the Dwarven player. And Nazguls are getting into the pikes. One Nazgul got dismounted, another one unfortunately get into the pikes and been killed. And Dwarven player still creating more and more units, as we can see. His supplies been taken and taken all the time. More and more mineshafts on the battlefield. And the fortress, the last remaining structure for the Mordor player, is going to be taken down, and this is game over. Salesman has been defeated by the Dwarven occupation here on the map Fangorn, that we saw that there is actually a new Fangorn. I hope you enjoyed this cast of Battlefront 2, and see you next time. And definitely remember, join the Battlefront League Link will be in the description and how to do it. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.